Welcome back. Let's get you some more state news. The Supreme Court has directed the Tamil Nadu government and the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board to submit their suggestions and objections to the NERI report on environment impact assessment on Sterlite's copper smelting plant at Tuticorin. The suggestions will have to be submitted by the 5th of August and the case will be taken up 5 days later, that's on the 10th of August. The Madras High Court has directed Sterlite to shut down its plant due to an environmental impact. However, the Apex Court had stayed the High Court order on appeal by the company. A. Vaidyanathan, chief legal correspondent with NDTV 24/7, told us about the building pressure on Sterlite now that a deadline has been set.
Right now, the Sterlite company can carry ahead with this operation, which is doing so. After the Madras High Court asked them to shut it, Supreme Court has stayed that order, meaning that they can continue with the operations. But very interesting and important point is, what is the view of the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board as well as the Tamil Nadu government? Now there is a change in government. Jayalalitha has come back to power. NERI went to Tuticorin and submitted survey. Basically, it has given some sort of recommendations what the Sterlite company should follow. So as for when the court asked where is the Tamil Nadu Council, nobody was there. Only Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board was represented with Subramania Prasad. So then court said Tamil Nadu should also represent. And what is the opinion of Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board? They said that the council said that they will reply in due time. So that's why now the views of the Tamil Nadu as well as the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board on giving their objection and suggestions on the NERI's report, that's very important that they will have to file it by 5th. Then on 10th, Supreme Court will take up the case. So based on the suggestions by the Tamil Nadu government and the Pollution Control Board, the case will go further.
In some more news making headlines, a new panel has been constituted to probe charges of corruption and land grabbing cases against Sikkim's Chief Justice P.D. Dinakaran in the impeachment motion pending in the Rajya Sabha. After the Supreme Court ordered removal of P.P. Rao, one of the panel members, after Justice Dinakaran petitioned for the removal of Rao being biased. Now the panel has been reconstituted by the Rajya Sabha chairman. In place of Mr. Rao, Professor G. Mohan Gopal has been appointed and the other two members will remain. Gopal is the director of the Rajiv Gandhi Institute for Contemporary Studies. Justice P.D. Dinakaran moved the Supreme Court for removing Mr. Rao, alleging he may be biased. In some crime news locally, the Puliyantop police have arrested 6 juveniles on charges of chain snatching today alone. Based on their information, 4 more chain snatchers were cornered and arrested in a suburban part of the city. Thorough inquiries by joint teams led them to a gang of juveniles who've been operating and even involved in 46 crimes in the state so far. Interestingly, 12 out of the 14 accused are juveniles. Police say those involved will be sent to the government home for rehabilitation. My colleague Salim says that in most of these cases, women on lonely roads are the target, but the cops on their part say that these offenders will be meted out with an iron hand. Here's how these boys work their way around.
The Puliyantop police formed several special teams and arrested 6 chain snatchers. All the 6 are juveniles, and based on their input, the suburban police were alerted and in turn they arrested 4 chain snatchers. And altogether, the police arrested 14 chain snatchers, and shockingly, out of the 14, 12 are juveniles. And the police investigation revealed the modus operandi of these juvenile chain snatchers. The police say normally the chain snatchers are comprising 2 people on a motorcycle, and a set of motorcyclists will be on a standby mode. Normally the motorcyclist on the standby mode will be asked to scout for victims. Now, after committing the chain snatching offense, the motorcycle on standby mode will escort the operating team. Say for example, if somebody is following the operating team, these motorcycles on escort was tasked to create confusion in worst circumstances, to commit accidents, and thereby the operating team will escape from the police sight. Now the police say that these chain snatchers operate from far away from where they are put up, believing that the police will not catch them. But the suburban police and the Chennai police say, as far as chain snatching offences are concerned, they are working together to curb chain snatching in the city and the suburbs, and that they have been arresting these chain snatchers. Now all the 12 juvenile offenders will be sent to the government home in Kirpok for rehabilitation.
Moving on, the state's chief minister has launched a series of welfare measures across the state via video conferencing today, sticking to the many promises she had made earlier this April-May. Tamil Nadu will now have 9 new arts and science colleges across the state, including one in Jayalalitha's own hometown, that's Srirangam, where she has also launched new bus services. Meanwhile, the journalist fraternity in the city have a brand new corner to meet at. The newly constructed building of the Madras Reporters Guild was inaugurated today. Ms. Jayalalitha wished the journalists all the best after inaugurating that building, which is now located inside the Omandurar government estate. Up ahead on the bulletin, Captain Cool MSD may have pulled his leg, but his speedster buddy is not laughing out loud this time.